Here's Help. 26 by M.R. KOPMEYER. America's Success Counselor. To get rid of your problems and fulfill your desires. Chapter 26. Here's Help. Resentment is replaying a stacked deck. Resentment is replaying a losing hand of cards dealt from a stacked deck. The cards, events, already have been arranged by the past and cannot be reshuffled. The deck is stacked. Resentment cannot win because it cannot rearrange the past and so continues to suffer by emotionally reliving a painful event which cannot be changed. Resentment is trouble in past tense. Whatever caused your resentment already has happened and therefore cannot be undone. Since the past cannot be changed, and the event cannot be altered, you are left with two options if you would alleviate the gnawing torture of resentment. 1. Change your attitude toward the cause of your resentment. Remember, it is not what happens, but how you feel about what happens, which is all that matters. 2. Forget it. Confucius taught, to be wronged is nothing, unless you continue to remember it. No situation can be improved by your resentment. It can only be made worse. And you are twice the victim, first of the event, and then of your own resentment of it. The event will be lost in the diffusion of time. Your continuing resentment of it will remain a burning ulcer in your spirit. Resentment usually is the first link in what becomes a chain of increasingly violent emotions. Resentment leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to hostility. Hostility leads to violence. So, get rid of resentment before it leads to something worse. Stop resentment at its source by considering its source with sympathetic understanding. In many cases, you will find that the often imagined slurs, slights, rudeness or other annoyances which arouse your resentment are not intentional at all, but are caused by the very human trait of people being preoccupied with their own thoughts, plans and problems. Anyway, always assume that every slight annoyance is not intentional, and completely ignore it. Why? Because your resentment never hurts the person against whom you harbor your resentment. It hurts only you. Why deliberately hurt yourself? Remember, it is not what happens, but how you feel about what happens, which is all that matters. The choice is yours. You can stew in burning resentment. You can assume that the offense was unintentional, and ignore it. You can shrug it off as being too insignificant to deserve your attention. Or, you can laugh at it, which will get rid of resentment instantly. Yes, the choice is yours, but consider the advice which dates back to the 1st century when Marshall taught, laugh, if you are wise. Laughter is your declaration of superiority over resentment, and over the cause of the resentment. Laugh then forget it. Forget it now. Sooner or later, you are going to forget the minor annoyances which, today, cause you irritation and resentment. So why let yourself get emotionally stirred up insignificant happening which you won't even remember a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? It won't interfere with your happiness then. Why let it interfere with your happiness now? Laugh then forget it. Now.